Well, that was interesting.
Okay, Archibald?
Oh, just fine, thank you. You'll be glad to know, folks, that we have saved the best for last. It has long been rumored that Gilbert and Sullivan, the brilliant musical duo, penned one last musical before their deaths. This musical, legend has it, was lost before it could be staged. Well, if my cohorts, Philippe and Jean-Claude, are correct, we have that lost musical. Fellows?
Ah! Oh! We have it right here!
Right here!
The lost musical of this Gilbert and Sullivan!
Mais oui.
Oh, splendid! Let me have a look at it. Oh, here it is. Gilbert and Sullivan present Lyle the Kindly Viking, a musical pop-up book. Well, get ready for a truly historic event. Once upon a time, there was a little village by the sea where there dwelt a band of Vikings.
Good morning, Mabel. How are you, dear?
Oh, just fine and dandy. Is Harold round here?
I haven't seen him, but that's no surprise.
Olaf's gone too.
Mm-hmm.
They're out with the guys. We should have listened to our mothers and married more judiciously.
But we pick men with metal hats
Who sail across the sea.
You live and learn.
We married Vikings.
What you know, the terrors of the sea.
They're Vikings.
Wherever they go, pillaging happily.
They're Vikings.
Let there be no ambiguities, 'cause
This is my life as a Viking wife. We have to admit that it's rife with strife, but that's the lot we got when married we.
the terrors of the sea. Oh, look what the cat drug in.
Wonder what they brought back this time.
Hey, there's your wife, Olaf.
Yep, and there's your wife, Harold.
Oh boy, do they love us or what?
Well, what's not to love? I mean, after all, we're Vikings. What do you know? The terrors of the sea. We're Vikings. Wherever we go, pillaging happily. We're Vikings. Let there be no ambiguity. Vikings, 'cause who doesn't like a pile of loot?
Some gold and jewels and a shiny suit.
And a giant screen TV to boot.
A Viking life for me. Yo-ho! We're Vikings.
What do you know? The terrors of the sea.
We're Vikings.
Wherever they go, pillaging happily.
We're Vikings.
Let there be no
Vikings, 'cause who doesn't like a pile of loot?
This is my life as a Viking wife.
Some gold and jewels and a shiny suit.
We have to admit that it's rife with strife.
And a giant screen TV to boot.
But that's the lot we got when married we.
The terrors of the sea.
We married Vikings.
That's the life for me.
So that was the life of a Viking. Pillaging and plundering. Those are fancy words for, well, for taking other people's things. They were stealing. Their boats were so fast that no one could catch them, so they could get away with it. But not all the Vikings were involved in this unfortunate practice. No, there was one in particular. His name was Lyall.
Good morning, Lyle. Good morning.
You missed another raid, Lyle.
I know. I was making stuff.
Lyle never went on the raids. Instead, he'd stay home and make crafts. Pot holders, to be exact.
What you got in the bag, Lyall?
Pot holders. You want one?
Oh, you gave me one last week, but thank you.
Here's your share of the loot, Lyle. Don't worry, it's the least we could give you.
Thanks.
Now, Lyle was definitely an unusual Viking. Whenever the other Vikings returned from a raid, he would take his small bag of loot, plus a bunch of pot holders, and head out to sea on his own expedition.
Hi, Sven. Hi, Otar.
As you can imagine, this puzzled the other Vikings quite a bit.
What's up with Lyle? What's up with Lyle? I'm telling you that boy doesn't fit the Viking style. Since 793, our strategy's been clear. Go get stuff from over there and bring it over here. You know that little guy? He's got me feeling all contempty. He takes his boat out loaded up and brings it back in empty. What is up with Lyle?
Yes, well, no one could figure out what Lyall was up to. So two of the other Vikings, two fellows named Sven and Ottar, decided to follow him and find out.
You guys go ahead. We'll catch up.
Sven, you don't have to sing.
But it's a musical.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have to sing every line in a musical. Talking is okay, too.
Oh, okay.
So very stealthily, they followed Lyall across the sea.
No, you're too close. He's gonna see us.
No, Sven, I'm
not close enough.
Would you just let me...
We're gonna lose him.
I'm just trying to...
A little closer. No, too close. No.
Would you just... And much to their surprise, he led them right back to the monastery they had raided the night before. What?
Huh? What is he doing?
Can I see? But Sven...
No, hold on. Just a minute.
I wanna...
Come on.
Would you just...
No, let go.
Would you give me the...
I've got him. Those are Olaf.
Dear monks, what can I say? My friends have taken your things away. Dear monks, what can I do? I've come to bring some back to you. I cannot make it all come back, for they are bigger and older. But I'll share what I have in my little sack, and a few of my own pot holders.
Hey, it's the thought that counts.
Dear little Viking boy.
You can call me Lyle.
Oh, okay. Dear Lyall, we like your style, for we were all despairing. But you rowed your boat for many a mile to practice an act of sharing. Boys?
Thank you, Viking friend. No longer are we blue. Rest assured that we intend to someday soon help you.
Sven and Ottar were very confused.
I'm confused.
They returned home and waited to confront Lyall.
Not so fast. Don't take another hop. We know where you've been, and we think it's gotta stop.
We Vikings rule the seas, we pillage and attack. We never say please, and we never give stuff back.
Not to mention the potholders.
You both care about your share of gold, so rare, and big TVs. But when I share, I get my share of friends. What's the use A golden goose is no excuse for being mean. When I share, I get my share of friends. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Well, Sven and Otar had never thought about it that way. Could sharing actually give them more of what would make them really happy? Even they had noticed that watching that big screen TV wasn't all that fun by yourself. They needed to give that a little more thought. In the meantime, though, they knew Lyle would be in big trouble if Olaf learned what he was doing.
If Olaf finds out, you'll be in big trouble.
You can just talk.
Oh, right. If Olaf finds out, you know.
Well, Olaf's not gonna find out. This will be our little secret.
Thanks, guys.
So they resolved not to let Olaf find out. Unfortunately, this was easier said than done. Just a few days later, as the Vikings were headed out to raid the monastery once again, it was the only monastery in the area, Otar spotted something. Oh no!
What is it?
It's Lyle. He's at the monastery. If Olaf sees him, he's in big trouble.
What do we do?
We've got to distract Olaf.
Look, Olaf, there's a fish with a pretty yellow circle at the bottom of the backside of his fin. Look, Olaf, there's another and another and another. And that little one has got a funny grin.
Well, I don't see
Look,
any.
Olaf, way down underneath the water. It's the biggest fish I think I've ever seen. Look, Olaf, he's got purple spots and orange and yellow markings and a dorsal fin that's iridescent green.
What?
Otar, I don't see any of that.
Sven, we've got to distract him. Help me out.
Oh. Look, Olaf, there's a turtle and he's wearing pink pajamas and he's got a cowboy hat upon his lid. Look, Olaf, very close and see he's riding on a llama and he's chasing down to herd a giant squid. Look, Olaf. There's a whale that's dancing with a bear.
Look, Olaf, it's a mermaid.
It's an ostrich.
It's a bunny. Look, Olaf, please look anywhere but...
I don't see anything. What?
But there.
Hey, isn't that Lyle?
Mm-hmm. And he left something with those monks.
What is it?
It's potholders and the little bag of loot we gave him.
Hey, that goes against the code of the Viking.
You can say that again.
Why, that little Viking is in big trouble. What do you think you're doing?
I was,
Giving them stuff back.
yeah?
Well, now there's a storm a-brewing, and you're the one that's under attack.
Olaf, this storm is blowing up pretty quick. Maybe we should head back.
First, I need to make an example out of this ex-Viking.
You know, I think Harold is right. We gotta get out of here.
Almost done. You'll see that nothing good comes from giving things back.
Lyle's in trouble. We gotta help him. Where's the life ring?
Right here!
Hang on, Lyle! Help is on the way! Huh? What'd I throw? Oy vey! Hang on! Pull, boys, pull!
Hey, look, the monks saved Lyle.
What? Oh.
I guess if we had shared, there'd be somebody to save us, too.
Thanks, guys.
We knew we could help you someday.
But what about my friends?
They were mean to us.
I'm pretty sure God wants us to help everyone, not just the people who are nice to us.
Oh, you're right. We're monks. We should know that, huh? All right, come on, boys. Let's save the Vikings. Can we put away the good silverware first? Oh, all right.
saved all the Vikings from the storm. And just because Lyle had made friends with them by sharing.
Thank you, our new friends. You saved us from the sea. Rest assured that we intend to share proficiently. We used to care about our share of gold so rare and big TVs. But when we share, we get our share of friends.
So what's the use? A golden goose is no excuse for being mean. When we share, we get our share of friends.
Clap if I could. Does that mean we can't be Vikings anymore?
Not necessarily, but I do think you need to change your song.
We're Vikings, what do you know? The sharers of the sea. We're Vikings, wherever we go, sharing happily. We're Vikings,
Let there be no animosity.
cause our pillaging ways we will amend by sharing and caring and making friends. And finally our singing is at its end. The sharers of the sea. We're Vikings, the sharers of the sea.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Sven, you can stop singing now.
Oh, right.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry, the part of the show.
Stop! Don't even think about it! As if omelette wasn't bad enough. Ahem. Philippe? Jean-Claude?
Oui?
And now it is time for Classy Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a classy song. One day, while he was waiting for the trolley, he had a hat.
My Hyso cat.
He wore it high upon his head so proudly, a beautiful hat.
My Hyso cat.
A hat like this just makes him feel so grandly. Now fancy this and fancy that. The splendor of this hat in all its majesty.
Like a king in a royal cap. I feel so swell and handsome in my hat. I bet that others wish they had, in fact, a hat as this, a hat as that, a hat so fine, a Hyso hat. Oh, Mr. Art Bugatti, now what do you think of that?
Now his hat was not all he wore so proudly. I must, in fact, share more than that. For upon his lap there sat a treat so fondly of chocolate this
And chocolate that.
deliciousness that makes him feel so dandy. A chocolate bliss.
A chocolate snack.
She's such a sea, someone like candy, someone like mine, about so bad.
I have my chocolate placed upon my lap. I feel so good, you just cannot top that. I have my snack, a chocolate pack of chocolate this and chocolate that. Oh golly, Mr. Nazar, now what do you think of that?
Now time was passing and the sun grew hotter upon his hat.
And chocolate snack.
So beneath his hat he thought and pondered.
What should I do to save my hat?
He thought and contemplated as he perspired beneath his hat.
Along his back.
He feared his chocolate treats would soon retire and to a pool.
A chocolate hat.
I won't feel grand if I take off my hat. The sun's getting hot and my hat just might go flat. My hat, it might go flat and my sweets will melt like that. before my dapperness goes flat.
He decided to forgo his looks so dashing to save his hat.
A little snack.
So he placed the treats upon the seat beside him.
And put his hat on top of that.
Oh, please.
Oh, please, oh, please.
Don't anybody sit close to me.
Sit close to me.
Upon my hat.
Upon my hat.
I ask if all of you could be so kindly and just stand back away from my snack. A great big squash just sat upon my hat. A great big squash just squished my hat real flat. He squashed my hat, he made it flat. He squished my snack. Oh, what of that? Oh, tell me anybody, now what do you think of that?
A great big squash just sat upon his hat. A great big enormous squash squished his hat real flat. He squashed his hat, he made it flat. He squished his hat. Oh, what of that?
Oh, golly. What's your name?
They've never given me a name. I've been around since show 1 and I still don't have a name.
Now what do you think of that?